Okay, my fault, y'all. I know y'all gonna get on my head about the quality change and all that. But my iPad's tweaking, so I had to switch to the phone. But yeah, like I'm not gonna surround myself around those people, and I don't want them to have access to the person I became in spite of them. That happy, positive, crazy, off the wall, creative, free spirited little girl. Like I don't want them to see that person. So when I get around those certain family members, I kind of just I sit and I watch. I don't speak to them. I don't hug them. I walk straight past them. Unless they directly say something to me, I won't even look in that direction. I won't even open my mouth to say a word to them unless they speak to me first. I'm gonna be honest. And even if they do speak to me first, I keep it short, sweet, quick answers, simple answers. It's none more to it, none less. Now, when it comes to my sister, because it's a more difficult situation because there is so much love there that I have for her. You get what I'm saying? I have love for all my family members, but I have a different love for my siblings than I do a lot of my other family members. And I feel like the love between siblings and parents is just a special, different type of love. So yeah, this is a little bit more tricky. You get what I'm saying? Like I said, if my sister calls, I'll run. If she texts, I'ma find a way. You get what I'm saying? Even though I'm little sister, I'm still very protective over her, and I will literally hurt somebody over my sister. Would she do the same for me? Probably not. But I think that's a testament to who I am as a person and how hard I go for my family, and how much I give for my family. Now, with that being said, me and my sister are in the same city, literally. She stays maximum 20 minutes from campus. And I've seen my sister since being here at school. I have seen my sister a total of, in the 2 years I've been here, I've seen my sister a total of 6 times. In the 2 years I've been here. And every single time was with my mother. Every single time. Now, how often do I talk to her? I probably talk to her a little bit more than I've seen her. I can't count how many times I've talked to her, but I definitely have talked to her more than I've seen her. So like, there has been times where my sister basically implied my mother should have never had me. There has been times where my sister has said something that was bothering me. I'm gonna just break the story down. Pretty much, it was me, my mom, my sister, 2 of her friends, and his little girl. We're at Texas Roadhouse because it's one of my mom's favorite restaurants, and so she wanted to go out to eat. We went out to eat. It was a situation where my sister was letting somebody use her car. Y'all, my sister is currently on her 3rd or 4th car. Her first car, she let our cousin drive it because her foot was messed up and she couldn't drive. They got into a car crash, and the girl that hit them did not have insurance. Her second car, I think it just stopped working, honestly. And then she has a car that she has now, I'm pretty sure. So yeah. And so my mother was kind of upset because at the time of my sister getting a car, she was sick off and on, in and out of the hospital. And so the car is basically in my mom's name just because my sister didn't have a consistent income, because like I said, she was in and out of the hospital, she was sick. And she had recently found a new job, right? Or had recently got fired. It was one of the two, because she was sick. And so the car is technically in my mom's name. And since the car is technically in my mom's name, that could go on her driving record that, you know, she got into a wreck or something like that happened. So they kind of got into it, and then everybody was kind of conversing at the table about it. And then I said, but you never know what could happen to your car. Or no, I said, but you never know what could happen. That's all I said. I ain't say nothing disrespectful, nothing off the wall, nothing. And she goes to say, shut up because you don't have a car. In my head, she was saying it to be spiteful. Whether she intended it to come out that way or not, that's what it felt to me, because I was going through everything I was going through with my knee, and I couldn't drive, and I couldn't function. Like, I acted like I was okay, y'all, but really I was struggling. And I mean struggling. Like, I was walking, was acting like I was okay, was out and about, but like, when I laid down in bed at night, I was miserable. Like, I hide my pain so well that people don't really know what I go through. Which is something I'm learning not to do anymore. That's just besides the fact. But to me, it felt like a personal attack, especially given our history of all the mean things she has said. And I blew up in the restaurant. And I asked her, why would you say something like that if you know my leg is messed up and I can't drive, let alone get a car in this moment? Because my parents had already said it. The moment I get my license, they're going to give me a car. They said, you just got to get your license and we will get you a car. My parents have always said that. I was trying to get my license before I turned 18 or 19. And then this stuff with my legs started happening. I was going to doctor's appointments constantly. I was going to therapy. I was graduating. My sister started getting sick. So it was a lot going on at once. And so me getting my license kind of got put on the back burner. Stuff with my leg calmed down. I was getting ready to go to college. Started thinking about, getting my license again. And then stuff with my knee started to pick back up. I missed the deadline to get my license because I still had my permit. So I missed the deadline, couldn't extend it. They won't let you extend it anymore in the state where I live in. I don't know if that's worldwide or whatever. Not worldwide. United States wide. I don't know if that's across all 50 states, but in my state, you cannot extend it, no matter the circumstances. And so my permit just kind of expired, and now I have to redo the entire process again. So yeah, to me, it was like a low blow. Then again, my sister probably didn't know everything I was going through. I think she knew like my leg was messed up, but I don't think she knew the severity of it and like everything I was going through. Cause like I said, me and her don't talk. We don't see each other. We don't talk. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, like another thing like about me and my sister's relationship is, my sister's mouth is crazy. She's even falling out with her friends about this. Her mouth is crazy. Sometimes she feel like she can say whatever she wants to say and nobody can say anything back to her. But if you talk crazy back to her, it's a problem. And she want to get in her feelings and she want to get mad. What's that one TikTok? I thought it was funny, but she want to get in her feelings and get all mad. That's kind of how it is with my sister. Like, it's cool when she do it, but it's a problem when you do it. And so I don't like the way she speaks to my mother sometimes. I don't like the way she speaks to people in general sometimes. She could be rude and disrespectful. Sometimes. Especially towards me and my mom. Like, she always just has an attitude. Her tone is just mean and rude and yeah, all the things in between. And so I told my mom that well, I don't know if I told my mom this, but I told her I love my sister and I obviously want to be a part of her life. But the things that she says and the things that she do, I can no longer condone. I cannot continue to be her punching bag when I've done nothing to her. You get what I'm saying? And oftentimes when she's upset with my mom, I catch a stray for no reason when it has nothing to do with me. Like, when she mad at my mama, I catch a stray for texting her or calling her and I don't even know what's going on. So my sister's that type of girl. Like, when she mad at you, she mad at everybody. Whether they did something to her or not. So yeah. But yeah, I've said this. I don't know if I've actually said it to anybody, but my sister has one more time to like get real disrespectful, because some of the stuff that she says is like little petty stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, the little petty stuff is, I don't care about that. You can say little petty stuff all you want, but like her little comments like nobody likes you, or why didn't you stop after having one kid, and like little comments like that. Those little comments. I told my mom she got one more comment like that to make. And I'm airing it out. You feel me? Like, somebody, you can only poke the bear so many times before you get clawed. You feel me? And I've been holding my tongue since, when it comes to my sister, since I was 7 years old. I've been being her punching bag since I was 7 years old, letting her say whatever and get away with it, and not ever saying anything back to her. But now we're grown. I'm 20. She about to be 26 next month. We're grown. If we want to get out in the street and duke it out, we can do that. If we want to get into a screaming match and call each other B's and H's, we could do that. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm not the type of person that's like, you go low, I go lower. Never been that type of person. But you are going to respect me, and you are going to stop talking to me like you crazy. You're not going to talk to me any kind of way. You're not going to treat me how you treat these people out here on the street. You're not. Because if you want to get treated like somebody that's out here on the street, we could take it there. And that's just how I feel about the situation. I love my sister. Don't get me wrong. I love my sister. But I know so much about my sister that a lot of people probably don't know. Because while I was being her punching bag, she trusted me with a lot of the information that I know. Which I've told my mom some of the things that she's done or said. Oh, it's the fire thing. The sprinkler. I've told my mom about a lot of the things that she's done or said. Cause she made me mad one day. I did do that. You know how like when your siblings make you mad, so you just get to snitching? I did do that. I absolutely did that. I mean, it's nothing my mom could do about it now, because I mean, it was years ago. But still, get what I'm saying? Like, I did do that. But yeah, like, I love my sister. I will have a regular conversation with my sister. If I seen her, if she texted me, if she called me, I would kick it with my sister, you know. I don't mind doing that. But when it comes to her talking to me a certain kind of way, or treating me a certain kind of way, or talking to my mom a certain kind of way, or treating my mom a certain kind of way, I kind of speak on that now. I don't hold my tongue. I let it be known, like, yo, we're not doing that. This is what we're not doing. If you're going to talk to me like that, I'm going to leave. If you're going to treat me like that, I'm going to leave. And that's just kind of where I'm at with it, like, with that relationship. Whereas with my relationship with my grandfather and a lot of my other family members, I'm just kind of like around them, but I'm not even just talking to them or giving them my time of day. My sister, I'll give her time of day only because, you get what I'm saying. Like I said, my love for her runs a little deep, despite the things that she's said and done to me. It's just, I'm at a point in our relationship where it's like, I can't do all the work. I can't try to repair something, or I can't try to give 50% and her not give nothing. You get what I'm saying? Like, us fixing our relationship or trying to have a relationship, period, it has to be mutual. And we have to both be on the same page, and there are going to have to be boundaries in place when we do start that process. I'm hoping and praying that it's sooner than later, but my sister, it's like 1 minute we'll be cool and things will be good and we could literally have the best time ever and actually be sisters, and then 2 days later it's like we took 50 steps back and she treating me like I'm some homeless person off the street. But yeah, so it's just like, I don't know, y'all, like, it's hard. It's hard. Like, my other family members that I don't mess with have zero access to me. I have one of my aunts blocked. I don't talk to one of my aunts at all. Even when I see her, I don't talk to her at all. And she's done the entire family dirty. Like, I've literally never met somebody with so much hate in their heart for people who, okay, y'all, my aunt, she's very sick. She's been sick since she was a little girl, I'm pretty sure. She had, I don't want to say that, but she's, you know, she's sick. She's been sick since she was a little girl, I'm pretty sure. And my entire family has basically taken care of her and held her weight on their back. She's never worked a job a day in her life, never made her own money, nothing. And she has done nothing but treat everybody like crap. She has done nothing but be rude to every single last one of these people who have done nothing but try to help her, try to love her, try to support her, try to be there for her, me included. And I was a child. I should not have been treated like that, and I should not have been talked to like that. I was a child. So yeah, I don't talk to her at all, because you clearly don't appreciate my love and my generosity. So yeah, it's like some people in my family have zero access to me. Even if I'm in the same vicinity as them, they have zero access to me. And some of them, they have some access, but I also kind of distance myself. Now I kind of want to go quickly into the importance of this. It is important because if you are constantly letting these people in your space, in your mindset, constantly letting them treat you the way that they treat you, constantly letting them talk to you the way that they talk to you, you're going to let your life reflect that. Your life is a reflection of who you are and what you allow and what you go through. If you let your uncles and your aunties and your siblings and your mama and your dad and all these people treat you like that, friends included, then these new people that you meet, they're gonna see that you let people treat you that way, and they're gonna start treating you that way, or they're not gonna want to be around you because they're gonna think that you don't love yourself and that you don't value yourself enough, because you're eventually gonna just start dragging them down because you're going through it, because you're constantly being hurt by these same people and you don't know how to handle it, because you don't have no distance between you and these people that are hurting you, and you don't have no boundaries set. How people treat you is a reflection of how you love and treat yourself. So if you're constantly letting people dog you out, talk to you any kind of way, disrespect you, mentally, emotionally, or physically abuse you, that's a reflection of yourself. How people treat you and how people, because people are only going to do what you allow. So if you allow them to basically dog you out, that means you can't blame nobody but yourself, because you're treating yourself that way. How they treat you is a reflection of how you think and how you feel about yourself. Me cutting that communication off with my aunt, it doesn't mean I love her any less. It doesn't mean I care about her any less. It just means I care about me more. And I love me more. Once you really love yourself and you really care about yourself and you realize, like, I matter more to myself than this person. Like, that sounds bad saying it like that. Like, you have to love yourself more than you love anybody else, because if you don't love yourself to the full capacity that you're supposed to love yourself, and you don't care about yourself to the full capacity that you're supposed to care about yourself, you can't love and care about someone to the full capacity that you need to. You have to love yourself 1,000% and care about yourself 1,000% in order to give somebody 100. So setting boundaries and distancing yourself from those people who don't treat you like they love you 100% or 1,000% is because they don't love themselves. Because they're angry with themselves. It's because You have something that they don't. Is you have courage, you have confidence, you have love, self-worth, things that they don't have. So they would rather bring you down and treat you bad than lift you up and love you how you're supposed to be loved. And by you allowing that to happen and you allowing them to treat you like that, that means you're no better than them. Because you're just doing the same thing to yourself. And so, like, does it pain me that I don't have a relationship with my sister? Yes. Especially because I used to want to be her growing up. I used to want to be my sister. I'm not gonna sit here and lie and act like I didn't put my sister on this pedestal. My sister was skinny, she was pretty, she had friends, she had boys, she had the iPhone, she had all of these things, right? But the only thing my sister was lacking was self-love, confidence, and generosity, kindness. My sister was not a good person growing up on the inside, but she was on the outside. And she was to the people that were not in our household. She was nice to the people that she saw for 8 hours a day. Nice to the people that were her mental escape from what she had to grow up dealing with. And a lot of parents think that the things that they do and the decisions that they make don't affect the kids, but it does. And it sometimes have strong mental effects. You get what I'm saying? Like, I struggled watching my sister struggle because of decisions that her parents made, or because of my mom struggling. So it's like, when you have kids, you really got to make sure, like, you are equipped to handle a plethora of different situations. And that's why I feel like communication between parents and kids should be one of those things that you start to prioritize at a really young age. Like, my little brother, he's very good at communicating his feelings, his emotions. And there is a mental and emotional, intellectual difference between my brother and I. My brother is on an emotional and mental level that I just got to myself when I was like 18. So between the 6 years that my grandma has been gone. He's on that level at 5 years old. And it's because of that line of communication and understanding that what you do as a parent reflects on your kids and can hurt your kids in a mental and emotional way. You know what I'm saying? Like, I kind of lost my train of thought there. But yeah, like, placing boundaries and loving people from a distance sometimes is the best thing that you can do, because a lot of times people can drag you down with them and turn you into the person that they're in, especially if you're constantly pouring into these people. You have to learn to say, okay, I love you, but I can't be around you. I love you, but I can't allow you to talk to me this way. I love you, but I can't allow you to treat me this way. I love you, but you need help. Till you get to that mindset, people are going to continuously walk over you, and you're going to continuously to go through things with your family, your friends, whatever. You have to learn to say, I love you, but I can't do this anymore. Like, I hope y'all are really understanding what I'm saying. Like, you have to get to a place of where you're like, I love you, but I love myself more enough to know you're not worth my time. This is not worth my energy. You are draining me. You are hurting me because you are hurting. You cannot hurt me because you are hurting. You cannot hurt me because other people hurt you. Once you learn that, and once you kind of get into that mindset of distancing yourself from the people you love for the sake of you loving them, but loving yourself more, life is gonna flourish for you. You're going to become a totally different person. You are going to transform. And I might just use this little half of this video because this is really when I get into it. I love my sister, but my sister needs therapy. A lot of it. My sister needs self-isolation, self-reflection, and she needs to love herself a little bit more. She does. I think I need to love myself a little bit more. Truth be told. But I'm such a kind-hearted person that I let certain things slide because I know who I used to be and I know who I can be. And I know I have more self-control than anything else. But me telling these family members, like, or I don't even tell them, honestly. I just kind of stopped talking to them. Like, once you do something to me one too many times, and honestly, it could only take one time for you to say something or do something to me. And I'll be like, yep, nah, it's over for you, buddy. And I will never talk to you again. Or I will talk to you, but not in the same capacity as I was before. We're not going to have full-on conversations of me being vulnerable and me being honest with you and letting you know where my mind's at and where my heart's at. It's going to be simple questions and answers, a civilized conversation. How's life? How's school? How's this going? How's that going? Da-da-da-da. You're not going to know my personal life. You're going to know me on a surface level. The same amount of information I put on social media is the same amount of information you're probably going to get out of me in a conversation. And that's just how it is now at this point in my life. Whether that be friends, family, whoever, boys, whoever. That is how I had to learn to start treating people. Now, sometimes I do be feeling bad for me having to distance myself or cut myself off from certain people, only because, like, we did have such a great friendship or family relationship or whatever. You get what I'm saying? But I value myself more than what that relationship gave me, offered me. You get what I'm saying? I value myself more than I value that relationship. So sometimes I'll say, like, look, I know we got our differences and I know we don't talk, but I still want to be able to coexist and have conversations in some capacity. Obviously, there's going to be boundaries in place. Obviously, it's not going to be how it was. But in order to forgive myself, I have to forgive you. You know what I'm saying? Like, in order to live with myself, I have to forgive people for the things that they have done to me or the way that they have treated me. I don't hold anything. I don't have space in my heart to hold anything negative. I don't hold any grudges. Now, is that saying I forget what you did to me? No. But I don't hold that against you. I just remember who you are as a person now. And that's just kind of how I think of it and how I live with it. Like, I take it as this was them showing me their true colors. And now I know who they are as a person, so now I know how to move. Now I know how to maneuver. Now I know how to treat them. Now I know what I can do, can't do, can say, can't say when it comes to my relationship with this person. Whether it's a friendship, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like once you learn that and you learn how to communicate that in a healthy way and to initiate that in a healthy way, like, hey, we have our differences. It's never going to be the same. It's not going to be how it used to be, but I want to coexist. We were friends, or we were this and we were that, and it's sad to see us go from that to not talking at all. I still want to be able to check up on you. I still want to be able to make sure you're good. Once you learn how to do that, you have fully begin to start loving yourself to a full capacity. And I mean that in a sense of like, yes, sometimes it's okay to say F that person completely and to not talk to them at all, cut all communication off. I mean, I cut all communication off with one of my aunts. I don't care to hear how she's doing. I don't care to talk to her. I don't care to, you know what I'm saying? But it's not because I don't love her, and it's not because I don't care about her. It's just she drained me so much that I'm okay with not having her in my life. And that goes back to the last tea talk. Being okay with having something and not having something. I'm okay with having certain people not in my life. You get what I'm saying? And I'm okay with having certain people that meant something really big play a smaller role in my life. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna break this down. It was a situation where I was friends with this guy. He was like my best friend. Things happened. Things got flirtatious. He said some things. I said some things. In a way, he led me on. I actually started to like him because he was saying all the right things, doing all the right things. In a way, he led me on. I started to like him. A situation happened. Things hit the fan. I hadn't talked to him since then. That was like right before Thanksgiving, right? So literally blocked on everything, no communication, no nothing, right? In February, I kept seeing him out and about, and sometimes I would look up and he would be gone or disappear. And I didn't like feeling like, to me, it felt like I was making him leave those spaces, or he didn't want to be in those spaces because I was in those spaces. And I don't like that. You get what I'm saying? I never want to make somebody leave somewhere they're having fun because I'm there. That's not what, I'm not that type of person. Have fun, do what you're gonna do, because at the end of the day, I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do. I'm not worried about you. You get what I'm saying? Like, it happened how it happened. All you can do is move on from it and let it go. And so I ended up reaching out, and I told him, I was like, look, we're good. Things happen. It was a learning experience. I have no hate in my heart towards you or the situation. It was a learning experience. we don't have to be friends, but I want us to be able to coexist in the same spaces, maybe even say hi here and there, and just move on, because we were friends before anything transpired. We were friends before anything happened. And while emotions got involved, at least on my end, and I hate that they did, we were still friends before anything. You get what I'm saying? And I hate that our friendship came to this, because we were really good friends. We really were. He was actually the first college friend I made. But yeah, we were really great friends. And I hate how the situation happened. There are some things I could have done better. But I also think he could have handled it better. But yeah, I sent him that message. He gave me a thumbs up. Still haven't talked to him. I actually haven't seen him since then. But I could coexist with him at the end of the day. You get what I'm saying? Like, I could live my life with him in it or out of it. You get what I'm saying? Like, I could live with or without him in my life. But us being able to coexist in the same space is what matters, because we do go to the same school, and we're probably going to see each other at events or just out and about sometimes. So just having those hard conversations with people and setting those boundaries, like, hey, I love you, but this can't happen anymore, or we can't be this cool anymore, or we can't be friends in this way anymore. This is what our new relationship is going to look like. This is what our new friendship is going to look like. Because even my mom, I tell her all the time, why are you yelling at me? You don't have to yell. And she'll be like, I'm sorry. Or she'll be like, I do have to yell. And I'll be like, no, you don't. You do not have to yell. You yelling is not going to help the situation. It's actually going to make the situation worse, because I'm going to get upset, and then the situation is going to get blown out of proportion, and whatever you wanted to get solved isn't going to get solved. If you feel disrespected or you feel I hurt your feelings, say that. I tell my mom that all the time. Me and my mom had this conversation once every few months or twice every few months. Literally. Had this conversation very often. Why are you yelling? You don't have to yell. And so it's just kind of learning who you are as a person, what you need and what you don't need in your life, you know, and just kind of distancing yourself from those people and be like, hey, I love you, but that is something I cannot be around, something I can't condone. I can't have you talking to me this way. I can't be around you when you're acting this way. It affects me more than it affects me. And because it affects me, it's going to affect our friendship. Like, once you just get to that space, sorry y'all. Once you get to that space in life and you get to that headspace, things will 100% change and be different, and where just go? Things will 100% change and be different, and you're going to notice a change not only within yourself, but within like your life and the people that come around you. Because I noticed, like, once I stopped hanging around certain people and I stopped letting certain people have full access to me, I got one of the best friendships I could have gotten. Shout out to Maya. Like, me and that girl are literally, mind y'all, I've known her since diapers. I've known her since I was a little girl. But once we both came to college and we stopped talking to certain people and stopped letting certain people have access to her, it brought us closer together. Because once you get a certain mindset, you start slowly finding like-minded people. Me and her talk almost every day. If we don't talk every day, then it's every other day. We see each other just about every day. We're always with each other. People don't even have to ask me no more who you with. They just automatically know. That girl, little does she know, is healing and has healed a part of me. She is literally helping me grow and transform. And I feel that I'm doing the same for her. I am healing her in a way that neither one of us knew we needed to be healed. We are both changing each other, and just helping each other grow into the women we're meant to become. Yeah, I think we're just gonna do this. Into the women we're meant to become. And honestly, I've never had a friendship like my friendship with Demaya. Never. Our friendship is just different on all types of levels. Like, yeah, I have a best friend and all that, and she does too. But our friendship is just different. You get what I'm saying? Like, we could be kids with each other. We could be free with each other and there'd be no judgment. A lot of people would think that we were best friends based off how we act with each other and the words I'm currently using. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, like, once you just get to that space, y'all, because I'm telling y'all, like, I said this like a couple days ago. I was like, life has just been like beautiful. Like, I'm slick. I was like, there's nothing good about life in this current moment. Like, in a sense of like, oh my God, everything's great. This is happening. This is happening. This is new. This is exciting. Like, nothing like that is happening in my life. It's actually a lot going on, and I'm somewhat struggling, but like, it's been fun. Like, there's this newfound peace and happiness, and there's this newfound peace and happiness, and things are different. Things are different. Like, literally, I have no complaints about life, even though I'm going through it and life is hard. I have no, like, real complaints. Like, I don't think y'all understand it. I have no real complaints. Life is hard. Life is lifing. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and say it's not. Life is hard and it's lifing. But I'm happy and I'm at peace. And once you get to that point in life where you're happy and you're at peace, I feel like nothing really bothers you almost. Like, you just start taking it on the chin. You're just like, whatever. Like, you know? Like, and that's just kind of where I'm at. Like, everything's kind of like, whatever. Like, I'm taking it on the chin. I'm kind of just like happy and living life. And yeah, like, that's just that. Like, I kind of rambled a little bit for this one. Like I said, I think I'm gonna just use this part of the video and say screw the other part, because the other part I was kind of just rambling, like for real rambling. I'm trying to fix my hair how I want it. But yeah, so thank y'all for tuning in to this tea talk. Oh, before I go, my hand is like absolutely dirty. I want to say, I don't know how many views we got right now. Let me see how many views we got at the moment. Y'all, within 18 hours, we had 5 views on the first tea talk. It's 3 days later, and we have 6 now. 3 days later, and we have 6 now. On the first tea talk, 6 days later, and we got 6. The next tea talk drops this Monday. And then this one will drop the following Monday. I think I'm gonna do tea talks on Monday. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do tea talks on Monday at like 10, because that's how I've been dropping it lately. Tea talks at 10 on Monday. So yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do from here on out. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all, you might not get one every Monday. There'll be some Mondays where y'all don't get a tea talk. Only because like these videos are more so like I have to like really feel it, and it gotta be like really on my heart when I do these tea talks, because it's literally just me being raw and unfiltered, and you know what I'm saying. And sometimes, like in the beginning of this video when I was first filming on my iPad, I just, because I was kind of going into this pre-planned slightly, and then like once I really got into it. But yeah, like when I try to pre-plan it and I try to like just talk about it, it's not gonna work. I gotta speak from the heart. I gotta kind of just dive into it how I dive into it. Like it just gotta be one of those things where I'm like, boom, like it gotta be like on my heart, and it gotta be bothering me and in my head and in my mind. So yeah, but if y'all want more tea talks, like I said in the beginning, which y'all probably not gonna see that. If y'all want more tea talks, like, comment, share, subscribe, turn on your post notifications, or just come back to my channel on Mondays at 10. That's when I'm trying to upload tea talks. But like I said, you might not get a tea talk every Monday. Might be 2 weeks in between tea talks. And sometimes you might get a random tea talk on a Wednesday. Who knows? But I kind of like this vibe of where I'm just speaking from the heart and kind of just letting it flow. I got somewhat confirmation last night that me doing these tea talks and what I'm doing is the right path, and just leading by faith and not by sight has been the right path for me. So I'm just, you know what I'm saying? I'm just doing what I do, talking, giving my opinions and sharing my life experiences and giving advice through the things that I've been through and giving wisdom through the things that I've been through, while also trying to maintain being my creative self and making sure I showcase that as well. And when I say creative, I'm whether it's through acting, skits, writing, whether that's poetry, songs, whatever, through editing, through, you know what I'm saying? Because like I said, my dream is to be a screenwriter and a director, and maybe a producer. Well, I want to have my own production company. But yeah, like that's just kind of where I'm at, and I have a really high bar for myself. And so sometimes when I don't reach those certain bars and those certain standards that I have for myself, it could be a little discouraging and a little upsetting. I'm not gonna lie. But I had to learn and like teach myself, like, hey, it's okay. You're putting a lot of stress on yourself. You're putting a lot of you putting a lot on your plate. Sometimes you just gotta breathe and let go and let things play out how they're gonna play out. You can't make everything happen. Yeah, everything isn't in your control. And so once you kind of just learn to let go and let things flow and let things happen, you become a better person, and you become a lighter person. You don't hold this big mental load, and you for sure don't have a heavy heart that's constantly stressing you out, causing you health issues and whatnot. So yeah, just y'all, please start loving yourselves, start learning yourselves, start letting go, just fall in love with life again, and distance yourself from those people, because they are a reflection of what you think of yourself. So once you start realizing that, and you start seeing how others think of you or may treat you, and realize like, whoa, is this really what I think about myself? Is this really how I feel about myself? You'll start to want certain things and want certain people in your spaces, and you'll start to want negative things less and less, and you will grow and be way more prosperous and have way more good karma and positivity in your life. So just reflect and let go and distance. And I'm not saying that means you can't love somebody. You can love whoever you want, just knowing when to let them in your space and when not to, and knowing how much of yourself to give to a person and how much not to give is the beauty of it. You get what I'm saying? Learning yourself inside and out. That's part of life, and that's part of the beauty of life. So yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed. I feel like I rambled a lot, but I hope I got this message out as clear as I could. I kind of wanted to start off by doing this, but we gonna end this one off by doing this, because I didn't do it in the other ones. So we gonna end this off by doing this, okay? So we're gonna do a verse of the day. Let's see what the verse of the day is. What's the verse of the day? Oh, verse of the day is Isaiah 53:5. But he was pierced for our transgressions, he was crushed for our inequalities. The punishment that brought us peace was on him, and by his wounds we are healed. So I don't know what that means, y'all. I will let that sink in with me and figure out, what it means. But really let those words sink in and try to see how that resonates with today's message, because I feel like sometimes the verses of the day are the verses of the day for a reason, and they kind of resonate with something that you heard today, something that you went through today, something that you learned, and this might not be the verse of the day for y'all on the day that you watch this or that this is released, but this is the verse of the day for today. So I really find that that's the beauty of it, because you never know when you're gonna find a video, and when you'll find the verse of the day. So I truly believe in divine timing, that when you watch this video and you hear that this verse of the day, it's when you need it. So I'm gonna read it one more time. Isaiah 53:5. But he was pierced for our transgressions, he was crushed for our iniquities. The punishment that brought us peace was on him, and by his wounds we are healed. But yeah, thank y'all for watching. I hope that this journey is a journey well spent. You know what I'm saying? I hope I'm not talking for no reason, wasting my breath and my battery and my phone storage and my iPad storage. But I'm gonna try to start editing some of these other videos I got for you guys on my channel, as well as my channel with Ayana, Because TV. That's BECUZ, and then TV, the B, the C, and the T and TV. The B and C and Because and the T and TV are all capital. So those 3 letters are capital. Y'all can find us on all our social media at Because TV as well, and you can find me on all my social media. It's Zabratz T. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, hit me up, or hey, put it down below. I'm an open book, halfway open book. So yeah, I appreciate you guys for listening, for watching. I hope this somehow resonated to you, and you really take something away from this, and it reaches the people that it needs to reach. But yeah, peace out. A-Town.